Tuesday. As you can see, I'm not in the farmhouse. I'm in the car again. And I think we're going to start calling my car the Farmhouse Annex. And these mirrored sunglasses are going to get a little bit annoying. So I'll change to my reading glasses in a few minutes because I have some information for you. As you can see, I'm wearing, it's sunny out, so I thought I'd wear this top with these sparkly things. And then I wore my Dollar Tree sunglasses, excuse me, with rhinestones that I've glued to the top, but they just look kind of plain, so don't let me loose. I'm dangerous with a tube of E6000 glue, so okay, let's what this is I call it a different day, a different doctor. So the husband's in seeing yet another doctor, and just so you don't get the wrong idea, we're not that ill or falling apart. Well, we just moved back to Northern Illinois, which means we have to establish a whole set of new doctors. He has a lot more doctors than I do. Everybody specializes now, so you know, whatever, you gotta have. He has all kinds of specialists. So when you have to establish new doctors, it's a chore. So you have to find them. That's not so hard because our son and daughter-in-law are doctors in this hospital system here, so they can suggest them. But the wait time as a new patient is like 3 months. You know, it's up to 3 months. So it's a lot. Our calendar is crazy with all these appointments. And then once they're established, then you only have to go, I only have to see my primary care every 6 months. My pacemaker specialist I only see once a year. Excuse me again. But I'll have to see him twice this year because my battery is running low, folks. Need a new battery. They don't call it a battery, though. They call it a generator. And another odd phrase they use is when they put the thing over to read it, you know, to communicate it with it, to get all the information, data off of it. They call it interrogate. They interrogate it. Sounds awful, like you're going to be waterboarded or something. Okay, I'm going to change my glasses because I've got a list here that I wrote out. These are the glasses of the day. So I mentioned in my video yesterday something about a gajillion acres of corn in Illinois, and I said I'm pretty sure that wasn't true, but it's a lot of corn. So when we were in grade school, we studied social studies, and we studied about the products that each state produced. I remember, well, if everybody knows that Idaho is potatoes, but I think Montana was sugar beets, if I remember correctly. But here's a rundown from Illinois agriculture site. So agriculture in Illinois is mostly corn, soybeans, it's not agriculture, but swine. And yes, hogs, big. Then secondarily, we have cattle, wheat, oats, sorghum, hay, sheep, poultry, vegetables, and fruits. I don't know where those are produced, but there is some cattle. We passed a feedlot operation when I made that video the other day. Poultry is big in Arkansas. Holy cow, these chicken places, they're out in the middle of nowhere, huge buildings. 23,000 chickens they're raising. I don't know. And fruits used to be big up here in northern Illinois because you see the remnants of orchards everywhere. Like when I went to pick up, I bought some soup bowls from this guy in Cortland, and in his backyard were all these straggly looking trees, and he told me it used to be an orchard. Not anymore. And then specialties are buckwheat, horseradish, ostriches, fish, and Christmas trees. Now, some of those I don't know, but the Christmas trees I know because when I worked for the newspaper, in November we would run a Christmas tree page that would advertise all the local Christmas tree farms. And there's one on the way down to Sandwich, and next time I go down there, I'll video it for you. And let me tell you the thing about Christmas tree farms. So I dealt with this Christmas tree farm because they advertise when I was in advertising at the newspaper, and I would talk to the guy. And the thing with Christmas tree farms is when they had children, when their children were born, they would plant Christmas trees for them. And by the time they were 18 or 20, the Christmas trees were ready to be harvested, and they would get the money from their Christmas trees. So that's, I think, the oddest investment I've ever heard is planting Christmas trees for your children. So then, let's see here. The number of acres operated in Illinois is 26,300,000. Okay. Cattle and beef are 333,000 head. These are 2024 numbers. Milk cows, there's 77,000. There used to be a lot more. There used to be a lot of dairy farms in northern Illinois. And if you go to Wisconsin, it's all dairy farms. Sheep and lamb, 58,000. And here's the telling number. Hogs, 5,500,000. A lot of hogs. And most of the hog farms are here in northern Illinois. Corn, 2,311,050,000 bushels. That's a lot of corn. You know, they say we feed the world. It may be true. 10,650,000 harvested acres. And a couple of them are behind our house. We have a cornfield behind our house, and next year it'll be soybeans because that's how they rotate the crops. Corn one year and soybeans the next. Soybeans, 688 million bushels. Lots of soybeans. They grow in very low, they're bushy type plants. And then in the fall, when they're ready for harvested, they get brown, they dry up, they look awful, you know. Another big thing we grow in Illinois is pumpkins. We love our pumpkins. And the little town that I live in has a ginormous pumpkin festival in the fall. We didn't go last year. We've lived in the area. We lived about 10 miles from this town for the last 26, 30 years. But I don't know why we never went to Pumpkin Festival. I'm not too good with huge crowds. And now, as I'm older, I can walk, but I can't stand. I don't know what that's about. And then, I don't know. It's just too much. So, yeah, 4,851,000 pumpkins. And then those are just for pumpkin carving, I think, because there's another number for processing, the ones that are grown for processing. So I don't know if you're interested in the numbers. I found them fascinating. I'm not about math, but I do like numbers. So let me know if this was interesting. If not, we won't bore you with the agriculture anymore. I'm here waiting for my husband to be done, and then we're going to go back to the farmhouse. Have a great day, everyone.